This around as well. Hello, hello. I'm going to be starting a live read for just a moment. I'm just trying to go live in all my places before I start. Okay. So, what we're going to be doing is a live reading for the month of November. Some of the people that are a part of my collective, because there's a variety of different readers that do collective readings, so you may or may not be a part of every single person's collective. I tend to read for people who are heart-centered creatives, people that feel like they want their life to be much more than just showing up and getting a paycheck. They care about feeling fulfilled. They care about feeling like there's a sense of like purpose and meaning in their life. They want to make their money using their gifts or making their art. And there's a lot of people who tend to be neurodivergents, creatives, and entrepreneurs in the collective that I read for as well. So while this is not going to be a specific reading, it's going to be a reading for the collective for the month of November. I will be breaking this reading down and going deeper into two groups as well. All of these things are offered for free. So I do have a link in my bio to my Facebook community called The Practical Mystic. And so I'll put out 2 card sets in the coming days. So if you want to go deeper, if you have more questions, you can go check that out. Still, if you want to go deeper beyond that, you can always contact me. I do have rates for private and group readings. And I also do have some sliding scale for single moms or people that are experiencing hardship. Okay, so we're going to read on 4 categories today. We're going to read on the categories of health, on money, on relationship, as well as on expression. So health is where I want to start for you. And we're going to look at health and well-being for this month of November. Again, for this collective, you can decide if you feel like there's alignment here based on the collective information that I had shared. And this is going to be about your emotional well-being. This could be about your mental health, and this could be about your physical body as well. Okay. If you have questions or you just want to say hello, feel free to drop a comment. And if you have any clarification, if there's questions that are clarifying the message that I'm bringing through, feel free to drop that in the comments. Okay. So there's a variety of cards that came out for health and well-being. So I feel like there must be a lot of different things going on. They're telling me 2 groups as well. Okay, so I'm going to read this for 2 groups. You may be one group or the other when it comes to reading for your health, for your well-being. So group number 1, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Coming in with the Hermit card, upright, about soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, also just like being alone, being in your own energy. Okay. So for this group 1 energy right here, what I feel is because this card is coming in with your related to your health and to your body and to your mental and emotional well-being and health as well. I feel like this group number 1 has some stuff going on that's triggering some things in their body. So if you feel like you have ish going on in your body that's suddenly popped up, that it feels kind of out of nowhere. And it also feels as though there's relationship turmoil, drama, toxic kind of energy in the people or places around you that's really triggering a lot of that like stress or cortisol energy. I want you to be in your own energy a lot more right now. Okay. The Hermit card is about like seeking your own solace. Gianni, no, I'm not. So this is about being your own in your own energy and allowing yourself to kind of just get present to who you are and what you want. I feel like there's a lot of people around you that have opinions about what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And it feels as though it's not good for your health and it's been stressing you out. So the antidote for this is for you to spend time in your own energy and to be really intentional about what you're surrounding yourself with. Just like they say, you are what you eat. You also kind of like are what you watch and the things that you consume and the conversations that happen around you. So, in terms of this group, your health stuff and your mental and emotional health and well being as well is going to improve when you start being more in your own energy and conscious of setting boundaries with the people around you that are creating a lot of stress. Okay, so that's group one for health. The other group of people, again, you might resonate with one or the other. We have the Knight of Pentacles upright: hard work, productivity, routine, conservation, efficiency, responsibility. Interesting. The Fool: new beginnings, possibilities, optimism, trust in life. So it's interesting that these cards are coming in with health and well being, because what I feel for this other group is that it feels as like the pursuit of a goal is kind of like exhausting on your body, and that you need to be mindful at having it be more for the journey and something that's sustainable for you. Because with this Knight of Pentacles card that's coming in here, this to me is, well, the knight is like the slowest moving when it comes to the pentacles. So it's something that it might be a longer pursuit of a goal, or something that is going to take time for you to be working towards and moving towards all of that. And so it feels like you have to be mindful of this group. I feel like it's more mental, emotional well-being rather than physical body stuff that's going on. And I feel like the message here for you is to not make up stories or to internalize what it feels like to be new. Because with the Fool card coming in here, this is about like starting something new, and our egos really don't like it. Like they really want to look, we want to look like we know everything, like we've been doing everything for 10 or 15 years. But if you're starting something new, or if you're in a phase of reinventing yourself, then you really do have to be open to just kind of like not taking yourself so seriously, right? To not like being so hard on yourself if you didn't get something right the first time. So, to kind of sum up the two groups for what I'm feeling in November, this is either going to be clearing up the people and the situations around you, and being more in your own energy to clear up the physical body stuff that you've been dealing with. Or if you're this second group, it's going to be more about like your mood and your mental and emotional state and how you're feeling, and really looking at how you speak to yourself and how you're setting up routines that like progressively work you towards your goal, rather than just like going really hard and like burning out, because that cycle tends to really exhaust you. Okay. So that's just the first part for the body stuff. Hopefully that there's probably not going to be like two parts for all of the different readings, but we're going to go into money next for this collective read. Again, the collective that I typically read for are going to be people who are heart-centered creatives and entrepreneurs. There's usually some kind of gift that they have or thing that they're really excited to be doing in the world, and they want to like go out and like make their money being who they are and sharing their gifts. And everybody in my collective is at like a different part of that journey. I feel like there's a lot of people that are on the path of vulnerability, like, you know, sharing and expressing their gifts and having the courage to go and be themselves in the world. So just to give you a little bit of a sense on if you feel like this collective read is for you or not. Thanks for liking the live, Constance. And if you have any clarifications that you'd like for this collective read, please let me know. I'm going to be posting some some more specific readings that I divide up into two groups. So my link in bio has my community called Lead. Well, it used to be called Lead with Your Magic. It's the Practical Mystic now. And I'll be posting two different card sets, and essentially I'm going to go deeper. I'll split the collective into two different groups. You'll basically see which card set you feel pulled towards, and in the coming days I'll post that video so that you can get a deeper reading as well. And do that once a month in my community. Okay, so let's see what else. Money for November for this collective. Okay. Oh goodness, let me bend down. Oh. Okay, so we have interesting the weight card. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. We also have the Queen of Cups card coming in upright, compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotional, stable. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles card coming in reverse, self development, perfectionism, feeling uninspired or having no motivation. Thank you, Constance. So here's what I'm feeling in our collective. I feel like the sense of something brewing, of something developing. And it's almost as if like they show me like a pot simmering on the stove, and it's something that we don't want to like take off the stove too quickly because we feel like it's going to have a lot better flavor. It's going to taste a lot more like we want it to taste. That's the energy that I'm getting around this weight card for this group. It feels like the thing that we're managing is the mind, which wants to say that something's wrong because the money isn't coming or the opportunities aren't coming in the way that they want it to. But what's interesting is with the Queen of Cups card. Hello, Taylor. Yes, there's so many big shifts, I feel. I feel like with this Queen of Cups card, the cups are really about like our emotions, and to be in this Queen of Cups card upright and for this to come in with money, I'm feeling the energy of like, you know what? Like, even if not everything has fallen into place, or there's things that you feel that are on their way, or that kind of like are right at the verge of clicking in, but they haven't quite popped through in your physical reality yet, that this is saying, like, hey, but if you look around and you like really feel into all that's here already, there's so much that's going your way. There's so much abundance. There's so much that's beautiful. There's so much that's amazing. And really, what I feel like they're showing me is that on an energetic basis, right? Our work is really relaxing into the receiving, relaxing into what's coming to you, and really not allowing the mind or the ego to take this on some kind of wild goose chase, because that's, I feel like, the tricky part. When things slow down, or if there's any pause in action, the mind wants to freak out and feel like there's something wrong. But for this collective, it very much feels as though everything is like really beautiful and great. As far as money goes, you know that there's more. You have a deep knowing. You are extremely intuitive. You have insights. They're saying you have dreams that you know that things are popping into place very quickly, but they're just not all here yet. It's just not all here yet. And so with the Eight of Pentacles coming in reverse, talking about perfectionism, or feeling uninspired, this to me feels like the card of saying like, hey, watch out for giving your energy to things that you don't necessarily feel like it's right for you. But I feel like there's like old patterns right now dying off in this collective related to I have to, or this is how it's supposed to be, or this is what I used to do, so I need to keep doing it in this same way. It feels like there's old patterns that are dying off, right? And sometimes when old patterns die off, they can get very loud. They can feel very uncomfortable. But this to me, this weight part, this is very much about the void of creation, and when there's kind of a silence or a stillness before a big opportunity or a big manifestation pops through, and really to like be sure that you're supporting yourself. Hi, Nanika, that you are supporting yourself and really putting yourself around people that are helping you. What they're saying is to sustain the energy of that manifestation. So, right now, it would be very beneficial for you to be around people that um, can you, if you're going to share what's going on or anything with your manifestation. Hi, Catherine. To be very mindful of who you're sharing that with and who you're surrounding yourself with right now, because not everyone is going to be the right fit to help you hold the frequency of the money and opportunity that you are pulling through. Please understand that when big opportunities are heading your way, when big things related to money and career opportunities and business opportunities are headed your way, that sometimes things fall apart. Sometimes there are really only so many 3D components that can go around, and that those components will be broken down. That's like the Tower card, right? Broken down into their components and reconfigured into your life. So sometimes certain things that are falling away are things that are not aligned. So do not allow your mind to kind of run away and take you away with stories that there's something wrong or bad about you. No. That's why we're here to talk about this. Okay. So we have done health and well-being. We have done money. We're going to dive into expression. Expression is what I'm feeling next. Again, this collective is my heart-centered creatives, people that really have so many gifts to share in the world by being themselves. And I feel like this collective, a lot of entrepreneurial energy, a lot of healer energy, a lot of like really brilliant neurodivergent energy. Taylor says that resonates. Beautiful. A lot of people who also have like a very like creative, kind of spiritual, unique connection with God's source. And that as you share your gifts, that it's really a part of like you being a channel for that energy. So there's a lot of like artists and creative kind of healers that are in this collective. And so I'm going to be reading for you as it relates to expression. And be on the lookout for also the Practical Mystic is going to be doing their spiritual as fuck healing exchange. So if you are a healer, if you do have some kind of session that you offer, be on the lookout for December in that community where we do a Zoom where everybody gets paired up and you both get and receive a session, a 45-minute session that you get and a 45-minute session that you receive. So if you have something that is a service that can be paired with somebody virtually, that is a free December event that I'm excited to be offering again this year. Okay, so for expression, interesting. Okay, so we just had the weight card that came in just a moment ago for November for this group, talking about money. And so this trust the timing card is coming in. So I do feel like there's a lot here in relationship to like sort of like the timing or the expectations of timing. So this card says, trust the wave that you came in on. Time is not running out. Time is not running out right now. And then we also have high ticket card and the step back card that came in from my business deck. And then we have the 9 of Wands upright, courage, persistence, test of faith, resilience, boundaries, last stand. Okay, so, but also a tired person who has been through a lot, who has really gone through it. Okay, so I feel like I'll start here with this 9 of Wands, like this energy of the last stand, of like kind of feeling very close to something, but also very tired from the journey that you've been on. I feel like that resonates a lot for this collective because y'all have been doing a lot of healing work. And even if it hasn't been like physically exhausting, I feel like there's a lot of you that are very mentally exhausted, that feel like you've really been kind of working hard to dissolve a lot of ancestral stuff, to dissolve a lot of triggers. I feel like there's a lot of people who have really kind of come into union with a beautiful partner, with a romantic partner, which we'll go into love and relationship last. But I feel like it's kind of like the energy with expression here, that to not carry that trauma forward. So even if things have been really hard or scary or they've fallen apart in the past, to not allow that energy to be a part of your expression and your creation, unless it's something that what they're showing me is that you will absolutely use the energy of it to kind of alchemize it, and you use your expression and your creation to put it into the world in a new way. That is, I think, a very powerful process for our collective. And in terms of business, I want to pull the step back in high ticket. I do feel like with the step back and high ticket card coming in paired, this is the energy of whatever you're doing expression wise, whatever you're doing to follow your joy, there is going to be money that follows. But I feel as though you're not necessarily for trust the timing. You're not necessarily going to understand exactly how it's going to fit in for you, right? You're not going to, let me reword that. You're not going to understand, like, however you're showing up, however you're expressing, however you're sharing your joy and sharing your gifts. There's a part of you that's like, I'd love to make money doing this. I'd love to just show up and be me and make money doing this. And what they're showing me is that money is going to come, but you're not necessarily going to have the answer immediately or in an exact timing that you think is going to be right, because they're showing me that there's a lot going on behind the scenes and that you do not have to have all the answers. You don't have to solve it all. Okay. So that's expression. And then we have love and relationship. Last but not least for November, Michael Stevens, I see Will I Find Love in November. I am pulling collective right now, but I am doing 2 different group reads. If you find my link, I think it should be updated on YouTube. There's a link that says to the Practical Mystic, which is my Facebook community. And I'm going to be doing in the coming days next 2 different card sets where you'll get to feel into which one is for you. And then I'll be basically doing deeper dives into November reads. And we will go deeper there. And then if anybody would like to do specific or private reads, you can always get a hold of me as well. Okay, so last but not least, November, we're going to pull for love and relationships. I'm going to pull from these 2. All right. That's a lot. That's a lot. We're going to pull one from here and one from here. Yeah, I will do individual questions on some of my other lives, but for today, I am feeling like just pulling in kind of the energy for the month ahead for November. Okay. So we have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. And also we have the 9 of Pentacles card, which is reversed. And it's talking about self-care, unpaid debts, maybe some strings attached, some power and some domination. Interesting. I feel like they're wanting me to pull 2 different sets for this as well. I feel like this is more energy related to relationships that have to do with opportunities and for career. I feel like for this group, I also sometimes pull in with relationship to self as well. So I am going to pull specifically for people that are asking about romantic love. That's what I feel called to do here. It feels right. Thank you. Nevermore Celestial. I appreciate that. Thank you for the likes, Constance. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Ooh, okay. So for the people that are asking about romantic love, the Sun card did come in. So I will read for that in just a moment. But I feel like it's interesting. So for group 1, if romantic love has not been on your mind and you feel like it's more kind of professional relationships, some of this could be friendships or people that there's kind of like, I feel like there's money tied up in this kind of connection. It does feel as though there's some things kind of unraveling, or what they're showing me is that there's like problem after problem that keeps happening, and that you're asking like, why is this happening again? This is so frustrating. Why is this showing up again? And so they're saying that this is going to be about you going within yourself and asking how that relationship or how that pattern exists within you. What are your stories about it? What part of you might be perpetuating it? What fears do you have? And really just kind of diving deep within yourself to help that stop continuously showing up in your professional and money relationships. And Star Family, so this group as well, it feels like there's also going to be something for you if you have a curiosity, if you have a pull about galactic beings. Maybe you want to go watch some stuff on YouTube, or maybe explore Gaia, or maybe there's a podcast or something that just, I would say, follow your nudge on this. I do feel like there's times when, just like people get curious about past lives and there's some kind of part of your solar understanding that pops in from having that curiosity, there's also times where we might have a curiosity about, have I been maybe a soul like that was not human, and what might there be there for me, right, if I explore that connection. For the group that is asking about love and wants a more love-centered reading, the Sun card talking about positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, celebration. This is the energy of like what I feel of radiating kind of like love and living from joy within yourself, and that the alignment of the partner comes from living from that place within yourself. I'm hearing specifically the words that like heaven on earth is created from within you, and the divine partner that you are seeking is going to be a match for you in your greatest state of expression and joy. So for you to be aligned with that person, the more that you focus on you and putting yourself around people and places and situations that feel like joy, that feel like sunlight, that light up your heart, that have you feeling expansive, the more that you are a point of attraction for that person. Spirit, for this specific collective, your soul will not let you be with somebody that is not going to really celebrate you being you and sharing your gifts. And so it's almost kind of like a prerequisite, or I feel like kind of like a test, because I feel like a lot of this collective has done a lot of karmic stuff, a lot of healing, a lot of releasing. And so I feel like love wise, they want to make sure that you are kind of in your joy, expressing your gifts, and that you've started that process, and that you're willing and comfortable to be that person around your ideal romantic match. That's very important for your soul to support union, I feel like, at this point. So that's what I have for you today. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can feel free to put it in the group, or if you find this on Facebook or YouTube, you can feel free to comment if you have any questions about it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Taylor, for that comment. So in the next 24 hours, I will put up 2 different card sets in my Facebook community, The Practical Mystic. They'll all be turned over. You'll feel, do I feel pulled to card set 1 or pulled to card set 2? And I'll kind of decide based on this reading how I want to go deeper into these collective reads. But essentially, I'll pull 2 different sets, and those can often be more kind of deeper or more specific readings. So feel free to get in on that. If you have any questions, if there's ever a curiosity about working together, you can always contact me on WhatsApp or send me a direct message. I'm always happy to just have a no strings attached exploratory conversation to see if I can support. Thanks, everybody.